Hey skiers, it's Bob with SkiEssentials.com. Welcome to our 2026 ski test. We've got a Liberty Scope 99 for you today. This is a new width for Liberty within the Scope line. So this whole Liberty series was revamped last year. It's fair to say that this takes over for the Origin, more specifically probably the Origin 101. A lot of the things carry through, like the overall kind of symmetrical shape, not too heavily splayed tip and tail shape, and then just kind of a lighter, more mobile overall feel. Those things carry through, but it does have a different feel. It is built with just a poplar wood core and then a phenolic plate underfoot. So there's a little bit less material that Origins had vertical metal technology in them. These are a little bit more simple, a little bit lighter, and quicker overall. But that phenolic plate underfoot is just a stiffer plastic laid horizontal to help with both binding retention as well as edge grip. But overall, nice thick solid wood core that carries through from Origin. We always talked about kind of the insulative properties with that thicker wood core delivering a smoother and quieter overall feel. For their weight, they have no business feeling this quiet and this smooth, but they do, and it's a whole lot of fun. This is the 180. We're on the scale here at 1,700 grams. So pretty light. A lot of that weight is found kind of in that central chunk of the ski. The thinner tips and tails are lighter and more mobile as a result. And then kind of the big thing with these skis is that they're quite flexible. And kind of the bigger thing even is that they're very flexible in the tails. So it's very interesting to see kind of symmetrical flex in a flexible ski. Sometimes we'll see more directional skis have a softer tip and a firmer tail, but these are very symmetrical and well balanced from end to end. And that is just speaking volumes as to the freestyle intent of the ski. Furthering that application, we do have a center mount mark as well, and then a recommended line about -5 from there. If you're a directional skier, right on the recommended line, no problem. If you're going to be using this thing in the park and really want to focus on freestyle and slopestyle applications, that center mount will give you better balance throughout and just a very, very cohesive feel in the air. But yeah, overall, it definitely blends that mix of terrain park and all mountain. A lot of it has to do with the shape, and here we see kind of more symmetry. It's not a symmetrical side cut. It's 130, 99, 120. So we have like a drop 10 in overall taper, but the rocker profile and camber are very similar from end to end. So pretty long tip rocker here. It's not like a true twin tip type of shape, more of like a free ride twin, and then kind of a pointier tip taper shape that's going to help cut through broken snow and anything like that. Same thing in the tail, pretty narrow at the very top. These skis always kind of top our charts as the easiest ones to fall over when they're standing on their tails, and then pretty long rocker in the tail as well. So nice balance from end to end. That's certainly putting a feather in the freestyle cap. 19 meter turn radius, or did that say 19.5? Yeah, 19.5. We've kind of found that they work better in shorter arcs rather than longer. The reason being that as you get longer than 19.5, you're starting to go pretty fast, and that's where kind of the lack of overall mass and materials will be a holdup in terms of performance, especially at speed. But if you're making shorter swing turns, more drifty, more playful, those types of turns, then this ski does a great job. It just doesn't want to be run at much higher speeds just because it doesn't have any metal or doesn't have the weight to hold it up, especially if you're a heavier, more aggressive skier like I am. We found that these things work great in the bumps and trees, anything that's a little bit more technical, where you can take advantage of that camber underfoot to get some good edge grip. And then that tail flex allows you to put the ski really anywhere. It's so easy to release turns and make it, snake and wiggle through any types of tight areas. We do have some tester feedback here. Landell Cochran notes that I found the shape of the ski to be a little bit different. It appears the max width at the tips carries a bit higher into the rocker portions than your average ski, and it took some getting used to. It is a very capable ski, and I would be happy to give it a day to get used to the shape. Yeah, we noticed that about the Radian series as well, where the rocker extends further into the ski than the taper shape does. So it just doesn't hook up as predictably as you might think if you're skiing in the middle, or if you're using it as, if you're manipulating the flex of the ski, you don't notice it. But if you're just standing up and kind of tipping the ski on edge, it does take a minute to get used to a little bit of a lag time between when the ski goes on edge and then when it hooks into the turn. So just be ready for that. But I think that there's an intermediate range here, someone who's looking for a wider slope style, freestyle oriented ski and doesn't want something too heavy. I also think that advanced and expert skiers who kind of know what they want, a more symmetrical, more balanced, lighter weight ski, will also find a lot of success here. It's really that aggressive skier that has somehow mistaken this for a Nordica Enforcer 99 or something like that. They won't get along great with it. But everyone else, you know, it's a super fun, really playful and surfy ski at 99 underfoot, and just handles variable conditions and terrain really well, in addition to park and freestyle use. So that's it. Make sure to check out this all-new Liberty Scope 99 here at SkiEssentials.com, and we'll see you out there on the hill. Bye.